Nope, not yet. Someone on the last boat saw a seal. We have some maps and guides here provided by our partners at Golden Gate National Parks Conservancy. They do ask $1 for printing costs for these, an optional way to get to know the island if you like to have something printed with you. And then I'll be sharing all the pertinent, timely, need-to-know information here on the microphone. I've said welcome to Alcatraz. I want to take this chance to say welcome to your national park. How many of you knew that Alcatraz was a national park site? Okay, we've got some good hands. They're nice. Did anyone learn at Pier 33 or on the boat ride that we're a national park site? A few people, okay. Did anyone learn right now? You know, that's totally fair. I get it that Alcatraz probably isn't the first thing you think of when you hear the words national park, even if you know that we're a national park site, right? But we are indeed. We're part of Golden Gate National Recreation Area, one of the largest urban park sites in the world. We've got over 80,000 acres across 3 counties here in the Bay Area. And then Golden Gate is just one of over 400 different national park sites across the United States that preserve our natural and cultural heritage. So there's a lot more under the banner of the National Park Service than you might at first believe, including Alcatraz. So thanks so much for coming out to your national park today. This is your official welcome, and this will be the orientation as well, giving you everything you need for your visit to the island today. We'll be getting started real soon. But while we're here, I do just want to share a fun fact about the dock here, since we're hanging out. To your right, you can see this guard tower here. This is one of what used to be 6 guard towers that were used to be standing on the island. This is the only one that's still up here, and this was the dock guard tower. Beyond just being a point of, surveillance and vigilance, this was a really important piece of the Supermax security protocol here for the federal penitentiary, because that guard, the guard who was in that guard tower, he had the keys to the boat. So whenever the boat needed to leave, they could lower down the keys, hand them over, do whatever they needed. But otherwise, the correctional officers who would be face-to-face with, on the ground with various different groups, with people who are incarcerated here, they wouldn't have keys or weapons on them. Those would be reserved for these more isolated spots. So very important job up there having the key. That was also the case in the gun gallery up in the cell house. The Bureau of Prisons added a gun gallery into the cell house. The cell house was built by the military. Most of this island was built by the United States military, first as a fortress, then as a military prison. Bureau of Prisons came in and kind of renovated things to make them higher security. And they added that gun gallery, so that's where in the cell house, keep your eyes out, that is where a correctional officer would have a weapon, and again, keys. This time, keys to the doors, both the cell doors and the actual cell house doors. So little details, but little details that mattered a lot for the first super maximum security prison in the United States. This is your orientation, one and only required stop today. Who's excited to be here today? There we go. I love it. Okay, thank you for humoring me there. With that, we're getting started. On behalf of the National Park Service, welcome to Alcatraz. Bienvenidos. I'm Ranger Sienna. Thank you all so much for coming out to the island today. I'm going to start with the safety practical stuff, then the fun stuff. So first things first. There's about 500 toilets on this island. Only about 20 of them work. The first bathroom is down here at the dock behind you. There's also one up top by the lighthouse. The rest of the toilets are historic. Please don't use them. Food and drink other than water is only allowed down here at the dock to protect our historic and natural resources, but bottled water is good everywhere, and we have water fountains at each bathroom. Our designated smoking area is to your left around this corner behind that construction over there. And to the right, you'll see a white vehicle. That is our accessible tram. The walk to the top of the island is only a quarter mile or 400 meters, but it is one big San Francisco hill. You might be familiar with those already. So if you need any assistance getting up that hill today, mobility health assistance, you can head on over now to the tram and an employee will assist you there. And we'll be leaving shortly after this announcement, so head there now if you need it. As you explore, please watch your step. Keep all personal belongings with you at all times. And when you see a closed and barricaded area, please stay out of those areas. They are closed for your safety. As I mentioned, we are a national park site. Everything here is protected. Please take only pictures, leave only footsteps. And then whenever you're ready to leave, you can get onto any boat you'd like. They leave about every 30 minutes all the way until 4:25 today. If you want to leave sooner, there are schedules posted in blue around the island. And now, the fun stuff. What's happening today? A couple different things. I want to mention in 2 hours, I know that's a little long, but I want to mention it. In 2 hours at 12:30, we're having a Sounds of the Slammers cell door demonstration. That is up in the cell house at 12:30. Want to throw it out there if you want to stick around for that. Again, 12:30 Sounds of the Slammer program cell door demonstration. We also have an exhibit open all day today. If you see this big red writing above me that says Indian Land, that's from the Native American occupation of the island, a really fascinating, important part of our history. And you can learn more about that story in our exhibit called We Hold the Rock. It is in this building behind me. As you start up the road, there's a metal staircase and ramp on the left. Take that in all the way to the back. We Hold the Rock is, again, open all day. You'll hear from the voices of occupiers themselves about this occupation of Alcatraz. And then at the top of the island is the cell house. And in that cell house, I want to tell you about two things. One is another exhibit called The Big Lockup, about incarceration in the United States. Really puts Alcatraz into context. Where does Alcatraz fit with the rest of the United States? It also, you get a chance to share your opinion about some of the topics raised in that exhibit. So really wonderful stop to make, and it's right at the end of your audio tour. So really easy to finish up that audio tour and go check out The Big Lockup. Again, that's open all day today. And then the second thing to tell you is that audio tour, the audio guide that is included in your ticket, comes in 11 languages and will take you all around that cell house. So to get up there to start that audio tour, you'll go up this road and follow the red street signs. Those red street signs say Cell House Audio Tour, and they'll take you on some turns into the cell house entrance where you'll pick up the guide and headset. Enjoy. When you're done, please return that audio tour in the cell house, because one, you'll be perfectly positioned to go check out The Big Lockup, as I mentioned, but two, if you bring it down here, it's gonna make a terrible beeping noise, and that's no fun for anyone. But again, you can follow the red street signs to the cell house to start that audio tour. With that, thank you all so much for listening. I'll be here if you have any questions, and enjoy your national park.